Welcome to TV20 Classic Sports. I'm your host, Christian Patterson. From all-star matchups to championship games, we've reached into the vault to bring back a part of Cleveland history. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of TV20 Classic Sports.
The P.A.L League for the title will have the Steelers in the black and the Giants in the royal blue. Working again will be Chris Ortiz, and I'm Brian Powers, and Ron Carino will be on the sideline. And they're getting ready now for the introduction of the players of the two fine teams from the P.A.L League. And we'll go now to the PA announcer, Frank Montez. Frank?
In black, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. In royal blue, here come the Giants. In black, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 15, Walter Light. Number 3, Derek Smith. Number 9, John Wilson. Number 0, Jeremy Bennett. Number 1, John Drew. Number 11, Aubrey Toney. Number 13, Larry Bowling. Number 2, Frank McQuirk. Number 4, Travis Bennett. Number 5, Jim Reed. Number 7, Bill Hammock. Number 10, David Janix. Number 8, Justin Bennett. Number 16, Crystal Lane. Number 14, Steve Krzyznik. Number 6, Mark Snyder. And number 12, Brian Ash. The Pittsburgh Steelers are coached by Mr. Louis Krzyznik and assistant coach Robert Krzyznik. In royal blue, number 6, Tom Rezabek. Number 3, Steve Staggs. Number 14, Jason Gianfrido. Number 16, Amber Stewart. Number 4, Dennis Moyer. Number 0, Joe Grumbach. Number 15, Margarita Rojas. Number 10, Brian Hessenberg. Number 1, Brian Radovanik. Number 11, Chris Smith. Number 7, Jose Cooley. Number 12, San P.A.L. Number 5, Julio Quinones. Number 8, Jose Vega. Number 9, Brian Crawley. Number 13, Eric Staggs. And the New York Giants are coached by Mr. Chuck Staggs and assistant coach George Crawley. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will have Kim Thomas and our singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
chilly night out here at Elder Field, Brookside Park. We had a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Kim Thomas.
Give me the captains out here, please.
They're going out to the middle of the field. We still have to have the coin toss, and doing that will be the referee, Dan Mason. Luis Almeida, Jose Ortez, and Ennio Leon will be also refereeing and working this ball game. This is the league of the P.A.L division. It has two divisions, the AFC and the NFC, and they're from age 8 to 11, the Police Athletic League. There are 180 boys and girls that participate in this particular division of flag football for the Clark Recreation. And they've had some exciting games in both their divisions, and both teams, we had a chance to talk to some of the players before the game. They're very excited about being out here in the championship games, although, Chris, they are cold.
It is very cold here tonight. And, you know, a key to today, to the second game tonight, Pop Krzyznik is the head coach of the Steelers. This is a man who's been coaching for 9 years. He's been in 5 Super Bowls. He's won 4 of them. So Chuck Staggs over on the other side, he has a big hurdle tonight.
Really, you had the veteran coach on one side, and we saw him in this game last year. They had a lot of trick plays, and they have a very well-coached team. And, of course, they work hard for Pops. The youngsters really respond well to them, and he and his family are very involved in Clark Recreation. It's great to see people involved helping the youngsters in the city of Cleveland in this flag football and many other activities they have at Clark Recreation.
Okay, blue one and will receive. Black, you will kick. Okay.
The Giants won the toss. They will receive the football. We're almost ready to get underway here in game 2 of the Super Bowl championship.
Okay, good football game, and then we'll have a champion. We're both champions, but we'll have one. It'll be one and one will be 2. Good luck.
This is great to see. You see all these young kids out here, all the enthusiasm. Very cold, windy night, but a lot of heat generated by the enthusiasm here tonight at Elder Field.
Pittsburgh is kicking this way.
Clear the cable, guys.
I took these 2 over there. I like that.
Well, you can see the Steelers are ready, and they'll be wearing the black and gold, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Giants again in the royal blue.
Got a ball out there yet? Where's the ball?
Black is kicking it.
Game 2. As you can see, in this division, they use a orange football. Charlie Finley would love this. There's the kickoff. It goes into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Giants will go on offense. They line up like this. Jose Vega, great athlete. He'll be the quarterback, number 8. Brian Radovanek, one wide receiver. Chris Smith at the other wide receiver. Brian Crowley and Eric Staggs. He is the son of the coach. They'll be at the guards at center, Jason Giaffrido, and the running back, Jose Coley.
These two teams have met twice before in the previous matchups. The Steelers won 8-0 and 23-6.
Now, this is football, gentlemen.
How about those bands?
First down, play 1 for the Giants. Snap. Vega rolls right. He's still running with the ball. Picks up about a 2-yard gain. Aubrey Tony on the tackle.
Bring up a second down for the New York Giants.
It'll be second down, play 2. The man to watch in this game is Jose Coley. He's one of the better athletes out on the field in this game. And a guy they like to go to in the clutch is Brian Radovanek, the wide receiver, and he's wearing number 1. Vega with the football, fires, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Chris Smith. The pass was a little wide.
Chris Smith, the end on the outside, came down and across about 8 yards and cut across. He's a good wide receiver. He was in the Super Bowl in 1989, and Chris has perfect attendance in school, so we know he's a real steady player, and he's going to be there for all the practices. Let's see if he gets his hands on that football.
Tight formation. Vega Fakes the inside handout. There's a flag down. Stoppage of play. Illegal motion against the Giants. That'll move him back 5 yards.
On that play, they had the motion coming from the far side or the left over to the right, and they just missed timing on the signal call. He's moving. You cannot move moving forward until that ball is snapped, and they did have problems with that for the Giants.
So it'll be 3rd and long for the Giants.
Come on, guys, settle down. Back up the field.
Jose Coley yet to touch the football, and as I said, he's the man to watch in the Giant offense.
Dad is a real loyal. He's been here all year.
The Steelers, a team that likes to blitz.
Come on,
They got a Giants in the 3rd and long. They might be coming
settle
here.
down. Take that win.
Here's Vega with the football. He has some time. He's being rushed. Rolling to his left, and he's brought down. About a 6-yard loss. And that was Aubrey Toney once again. Came on the blitz. He dropped him for about a 7-yard loss, so the Giants will probably have to punt the football.
Aubrey Toney in there on the blitz, and Aubrey is 4'2" and 55 pounds. So he's a brute coming in from that right side.
You ready for the interview?
Yeah. Sure.
No score here, first quarter, 4th down. Here's the punt, and it hits the center in the back. We're gonna have to wait on a ruling on this one. I've never seen that before.
Dan Mason and crew will get together on that one. Remember, this division in the P.A.L is age 8 to 11 on the play itself.
Yeah, what do we do with that one? One step right there, that's good. First down.
Steve Krashisnik, he is the son of the coach. I'm sure he's gonna get an earful tonight when he gets home.
Well, on a punt, they declare the punt so that they can't run or pass, so it's definitely going to be a punt. But really, in fairness to him, the punter is not back very far, and there he goes, and just off the back. And what field positions now for the Steelers to get that ball, see what they can do with it.
They huddled up, they came up to the line of scrimmage. You see a rarity out there. There's somebody with a long pigtail. That is a girl out there. First down and goal at about the 3-yard line. Got a wing back. And here's the pitch. It's fumbled, and the ball is down right there. Amber Stewart, the young lady I was talking about, they tried to give her the football, and she fumbled it. Little nippy out there. The hands are real cold. Correction, that was Crystal Lane. She gets the ball once again. She's rolling around right in. Little running room, and she takes it down to about the 3-yard line.
Crystal Lane, number 16, a running back, is 4'11", and goes to Clark School, 6th grade, her first year in playing, and we can see now there's the handoff to the halfback or running back, Crystal Lane, this honor roll student. Fast on to the outside, and she's the first girl to play in a Clark Super Bowl. She has good speed, as we saw there.
Back to live action, and the Steelers score a touchdown, but there's a flag down.
Flag on the play.
Motion! 16.
Brian, I think on that one, the guilty party is going to be the Crystal Lane. I think she moved a little prematurely there.
Be a 5-yard penalty. Chris will bring up the 3rd down.
Got Mark Snyder at the quarterback with Bennett and Ash at the wide receivers, and Crystal Lane is the running back. So we'll have 3rd down at about the 7-yard line. Here's the snap. Snyder back, looking, fires, man open, touchdown! The Steelers take a 6-0 lead. Brian Ash with the touchdown reception.
We're going to win.
He was wide open. Here's the extra point attempt. And here's the run in by Mark Snyder. I don't know if he got in. No, he didn't. See if we can see that touchdown reception again. We have it for you. Brian Ash was wide open in the right part of the end zone. Here we go.
Steelers took advantage. Remember on the punt that was hit by the own man, they got good field position. They did have a penalty, but now the quarterback goes back. He just has plenty of time in there. Players out there. Brian Ash is alone, goes up high into the end zone, pulls it down. 6 on the board for the Steelers. Let's go down now to our man on the field, the roving reporter, Ron Carino.
We're here with Jason Gianfrido. How's the arm, Jace?
Fine.
You sure now?
Yeah.
You gonna be able to play? No problem. The cold isn't bothering you. Okay, good luck to you, Jace.
All right, here's the kickoff. The Steelers, the Giants have it at about the 20, 22. That was Jose Vega bringing it back on the kickoff. So the Giants will have it first down at about the 24-yard line. 6-0 lead for the Steelers on a touchdown reception by Brian Ash.
Plays come in from the bench. Coach Chuck Staggs and Coach Louis Popchitsnik call the plays, and they do take a little bit longer to get in with his age group. They make sure they understand the play, get it in so that everybody gets set. It's great to see these kids get organized.
Here's the fake inside handoff. Vega still running with it. He's got running room, and he's finally brought down. Brian Ash with the game. That was a touchdown if he doesn't tackle him there.
Vega moved well with that ball, and he's very quick on the inside plays. The youngster is tough on it. Now we can see here, watch the intricate ball handling. He gets it, he fakes the inside reverse, moves up. There's a nice trap block in there and the inside, and he moves along now with Vega coming down. I thought he was going to break it loose, but Ash comes across and just grabs the flag before the youngster can put it into third gear, move down the field. Now is a second down, and what is that, about 10 yards to go to the next pylon, I guess, Chris?
About 10 yards. That was an 11-yard pickup for Vega. Great play action there. Second down and about 10 yards to go for first. Vega back to pass, a lot of time, wide open. And he's finally brought down. There's a flag down. Mark Snyder with the tackle. Eric Staggs with the reception, but we have a flag. We have a legal motion against the offense. Steelers will accept the penalty. They'll take them back 5 yards from the previous line of scrimmage. So they'll still have second down, and it'll be about 15 yards to go for first down.
Second down.
Now we're trying to look in here as we have the replay. We can see the movement before that ball is snapped on the play, and they do call it back. The Giants, even though they look like they're pretty strong on offense, have been hurting themselves with miscues, penalties, and of course the punt that went astray.
All right, back to live action. Vega getting away from the rush. He's rolling with it to the left side, and he's brought down for about a 3-yard gain. That was Justin Bennett with the good pursuit.
That's what the dog thinks.
Again, we can see it's pretty balanced on the line. Starts out to the right side with that ball. He fakes to the right, and now he does a reverse because there's nobody open on the play itself. Comes across to the far side, just cannot get any room to run on the play, and Justin Bennett comes across there for the Steelers and makes the stop.
Also there was Aubrey Tony. Vega with the football, fires over to me, got it. Has the ball at the 36, down to about the 38-yard line. Mark Snyder with the tackle. Eric Staggs with his second reception of the game.
Eric Staggs had a nice day receiving that football. And that's the end of our first quarter of play. Went very fast there with the plays. And at the end of the first quarter, we have the Steelers on top with 6 points and the Giants moving with that ball, but they had not scored in the first quarter.
Steelers with a 6-0 lead. Big fourth down play here for the Giants. Excuse me.
It's going to be an interesting call. It's fourth down. If they're going to go with a punt, of course, they have to declare it, but they have been moving that football. They're going into the huddle now. We'll be anxious to see what the play call will be. They're going for it.
Big fourth down play for the Giants. Here's Vega with the football being rushed. Fires wide open. That's Skaggs again. He's got the ball. He's still going with it. He's finally brought down at about the 30-yard line. Mark Snyder saved the touchdown. Eric Staggs with his third reception here in the first half. And that was a big one. 17-yard pickup.
Eric Staggs, the receiver, on the other end from his quarterback. And again, he moves to the left, comes back to the right. He sees number 13, fires it out there. It's enough for the first down, and Eric Staggs is going to take care of the rest. He's a merit roll student, plays a lot of baseball and basketball at Metro Catholic.
Here's Vega. Still with the football, and he's finally brought down after about a 4-yard pickup. Mark Snyder again with the tackle. That's his 3rd tackle here in the first half.
I'm told I can't move that much.
Giants with their best offensive play calling and running, with Jose Vega, number 8, the quarterback, either passing that ball off to Eric Staggs, or he has the speed up to the inside and likes to cut to the outside. The Steelers in their 3-man front with the 4 linebackers now have to get aggressive, come across that line of scrimmage. You see the formation. It's a pretty tight formation this time for the Giants.
Vega, 3-step drop. He's in trouble. Rolling back to the right. Has a lot of time now. Flips over the middle, and they gain about 2 yards on it. Looked like a broken play. Mark Snyder with his fifth tackle of the game. Brian Crowley with the reception.
There's a lot of movement back there by Jose Vega. He better be in shape. He went to the right, to the left, and moved around very fast to the outside. He shows he has the speed. Dumped the pass off, but not much. It's a 3rd down.
Well, before the game, talking to the coaches, they said that Vega had tremendous athletic ability, and he's showing it here in the first half. And he has to, because he's getting a lot of pressure on him. Vega with the fake handoff. Now he's in trouble. Looking to the right, wide open, has the football, gets away. Down to the 14-yard line. Snyder saved the touchdown.
You're in the ball game.
That is the 2nd time he saved a touchdown here in the first half.
We were talking about the quarterback, Vega. Again, now he's going up there. He's just trying to get across the line of scrimmage. Hey, I can't go here. I better look to the outside. Chris called it. He has great athletic ability. Fires that ball out into the sideline, and he's now completed 4 out of 5 passes. Completed out there to Julio Quinones, his wingback.
All right, Vega's going to try to run it in. He's down to about the 7-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and go at the 7. Snyder with another tackle. That is his 6th straight tackle here on this drive. The last reception made, the one that took it down close, was by Jose Coley. Made a nice move at about the 10, took it back inside. Excuse me, Quinones.
Quarterback Jose Vega went off to the sideline, got the play call from the coach on the sideline so that they could go out there and get this play in. They are moving that ball. The Steelers will have to get tough right now.
Vega with the handoff. And it is short of the goal line. So it'll be 3rd down and goal. Aubrey Tony with the tackle.
Aubrey Tony played in this game last year. They have him as a defensive end. As I mentioned, he's 4'2", 55 pounds. He's a merit roll student, and they call him an excellent contained man on the defense, and we can see that he is. Great improvement over last year. He's a little bit bigger.
This is the 9th play of the drive. So the Giants trying to keep the football for the entire 2nd quarter, and they need a touchdown here to tie it. Vega with time. He's being rushed. Now he runs around the right corner. He might get to the end zone. Touchdown! Jose Vega ties this ball game up. Had nobody to throw to. He saw a little crease and he took it in with his tremendous speed.
I think he had the idea that that's what he was going to do. He pumped and faked to the inside, and he just looked like he knew only had a couple yards to go, and he ran to the outside. He has great confidence in his speed and ability. He went to the outside, danced into the end zone, and put 6 on the board. So now our score is the Steelers 6, and the Giants, who have the ball the whole quarter, just scored 6. The play is called by their head coach, and they're out here now going for the extra point.
There's Vega again. He's running around left in, and I don't think he made it.
No.
There you see him on the ground. He may be hurt. Great effort by Jose Vega, but he didn't make it. So we have a 6-6 tie here in the 2nd quarter.
We can see it again. Vega's in the back now. Remember, he scored the touchdown. He has the speed. Going across, this is the touchdown play where he's going into the end zone on the play. Nice fake on the inside.
The last man with a chance to get him was Mark Snyder, and Snyder, with 7 tackles in the game already, almost saved the touchdown there. So we have a 6-6 tie close to the end here of the first half in game 2 between the Steelers and the Giants. I tell you, it's cold out here tonight, but watching these young kids out here, it's starting to warm up real quick. They are really excited. Here's the kickoff.
Golden Giants.
Steelers bring it back to the 30, and he's finally brought down at the 30-yard line. Mark Snyder bringing it back for the Steelers, and there's a flag down.
First down.
Be a illegal block against the offensive ball club, so they will get marched back again, having trouble getting on track. That would be the Steelers in the P.A.L division. In the AFC division, the P.A.L ball club here, the Steelers went 11-0 under their coach Louis Krzyznik, and they had a good defensive scheme that caused problems for the opposing teams. For all their games this year, they only gave up 3.2 points on defense, so now the Giants already with 6 points.
Well, look at this formation. They had all 4 receivers to the right. Fires, and it's caught and brought down at about the 25-yard line.
Pulling out all the stops with the wide formation. And that's what's neat about flag football, and everybody can be a receiver. They're
Jose
way
Vega.
out.
Got an official timeout. Steelers 1 timeout.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
With the score 6-6, we'll keep it right here.
Well, the Giants had a quarter there with the running by Vegas, 7 carries for 21 yards, and 1 carry for Cooley for 1 yard. And now let's go down to the sideline and Ron Carino. Ron?
We have Brian Radovadic's mom here, number 1 for the Giants. How's it feel to have your baby out there in the cold playing?
Real good.
Real good. You don't
Real
mind
good.
it?
No.
Have you missed a game this year?
No.
Nope. Nothing will keep you.
Nope.
Any other kids playing?
Well, Brian played for citywide football, and his brother played for Pee Wee football this year.
Is your husband here tonight?
Yes, he is.
Where is he? Camera shy?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's way over there.
Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Back upstairs.
Steelers with the football. They have a first down at the 20. Mark Snyder, he's being rushed, rolls to the left. He's going to run with it, cuts back inside, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. Brian Essenberg was there to make the stop. Coming close to the end of the first half.
Chance to look at this play again. We can see the speed that the Steelers have. Been held to 6 points, but they have an explosive offense because they are so quick. Variety of plays, an experienced team, an experienced coach. This time it looked like he might break.
Okay, he's got 2 receivers to the right. Snyder calling out the signals. Has the football, rolls right. He's being rushed. He's going to run with it. Cuts back inside. Has some running room. Cuts it back to the left sideline, and he's finally brought down at the 35-yard line. Jose Cooley, I should say Coley, made the stop. One thing to keep in mind, Brian Ash was the quarterback for the Steelers, and he was moved to wide receiver. So we might look for something in the second half as far as the flea flicker goes, because he can throw the football.
I wouldn't be surprised. They come up with a variety of plays throughout the year, and they've had a lot of different offensive sets. Here's everybody to the right again.
They got a single back to the left. Snyder looking, being rushed again, and he's going to go for all of it. Here's the bomb, and it is all dropped. There's a flag now.
Flag on the play. Brian Ash down on the receiving end of that long pass. The officials now will be talking it over. We get a chance to see it here. Let's see if we can see the block in the play. coming across. Yeah, I think it's right in there to the back, and that's when the officials threw the flag. Quarterback continued on, and that ball is fired. Hey, he's got a great arm all the way down the field. Looked like it was going to be caught down there by Brian Ash, number 12, the wide receiver. He couldn't come up with the ball, and with that, the penalty is called, and that was the last play, so we are into the halftime. So our score here with the Steelers with 6 and the Giants 6. An excellent 2 quarters of football, Chris. Steelers on top, 6-0 in the first quarter and 6-6 at half.
All right, back here at Elder Field at halftime of game 2 between the Steelers and the Giants. Brian, you looking at the halftime stats,
Pass and punt again.
with the score 6-6, the statistics bear out that this has been a very close ball game. You might want to give the audience out there a little look at the numbers.
Well, we thought that it would be excellent. We had our first score with the pass from quarterback to Ash, and we had 6-0. The extra point wasn't good. Then the Giants, on a short run by Jose Vega, tied it up at 6-6. So we had an excellent 2 quarters of football. Some of the stats look like this. For the Steelers, Snyder has had 2 carries for 12 yards. Lane 2 carries for 1 yard, for a total of only 13 yards for the Steelers in their running game. Their passing game, the quarterback has completed 2 out of 3 for 14 yards. And a total offense then for the Steelers are 27 yards total. 1 catch by Bennett for the 5 yards and the other by Brian Ash for 9 yards. There have not been, there's 1 penalty for the Steelers. They had that 5-yard penalty. And for the Giants, of course, the team in blue, the Vega quarterback has 7 carries for 21 yards, a long of 11, so they have 22 yards on the ground, and 37 for Vega, 4 out of 5. In the passing department, they've been very strong. They had that ball, Chris, that whole second quarter. They have 59 yards total, and receptions, 1 to Quinones for 11, 2 to Staggs for 24 yards, and Crowley had 1 out of 2. There have been 3 penalties against the Giants. They had 2 of the 5-yard variety for the illegal motion, and they had the 10-yard, the big penalty of 10 yards. So while we had a chance, Ron Carino had a chance to talk to Gerald Pulowski, a sergeant for the P.A.L League from the Cleveland Police Department. He's the executive director in charge of the P.A.L and very interested in this program. Let's listen to see what Ron and Sergeant Pulowski had to say.
All right, Jerry, now a lot of people don't really know what P.A.L is. Exactly what do we mean when we say P.A.L?
Well, P.A.L refers to the Police Athletic League. It's a group that started in the late 50s by a group of police officers. In the inner city, they decided that the children had no place to go or no place to participate in organized sports. So they started the Police Athletic League. They got the idea from New York.
Now, how are we funded? How does the money come? I know equipment is expensive. Fields have to be rented. How do you do all that?
Well, we have a difficult time with this. We do have our own fundraising program, and we have a telephone.
Telethon, okay.
Telephone, okay.
All right.
And also we have, we get a HUD grant, a partial HUD grant, and we do have Dial America Marketing sells magazines for us.
So mainly, Jer, the money comes from people out there.
Right, and the children. The children also sell candies and other things like that to make some money.
Thanks, Jerry. And you folks, next time someone approaches you for P.A.L, you know the money is going right to the kids. Give them a hand. They always need it. Thanks a lot.
Back here at Elder Field for the getting ready for the second half. But before we get to the second half action, we're going to get a talk with Crystal Lane, the first girl to play in the Clark Super Bowl. Ron Carino had a chance to talk to Crystal Lane this week.
This is young Miss Crystal Lane, the first young lady to play on a football team to reach the Super Bowl. Crystal, the obvious question, of course, how does it feel playing football with some of the boys?
I feel the same as I always do.
No different. Well, then you must have, how did you start doing all this?
It started when Clark Rec came to school and they showed us pictures, the video, and I decided to start playing.
Just odd, did you ever play before with your, do you have any older brothers or uncles or cousins?
Uncles.
And you played football with your cousins.
Yeah.
How about your little brother now? You said you had a little brother. Does he like to see you play?
Yeah.
Did his team make it to the finals?
Yeah.
His team was in the finals. Are they in the Super Bowl tonight?
No.
Do you think he'll be cheering for you or the other guys?
Me.
Okay. Brian, let's go back upstairs and get on with the ball game.
Okay, back here for the second half here at Elder Field for the game between the Steelers and the Giants. 6-6 tie, and the Giants about to kick off. Here we go. Second half action. Picked up by Mark Snyder. Snyder with an opening down the right sideline. Still going, and he's finally brought down at the 36-yard line. On the tackle, Jose Vega. So the Giants go on offense. They had that great drive in the second quarter, a 10-play, 11-play drive. They finally took it in, and now they have the football to start the second half. Mark Snyder, the quarterback, with Bennett and Ash at the wide receiver. You have two wing backs. Snyder rolling right, fires wide open, and it's caught. Reception made by Krzyznik. That makes up for the punt that hit him in the back. Nice catch. So it'll be second down, play 2 in a 6-6 ball game. Here's Snyder with the handoff. And it's still going down to the 20-yard line. Dennis Moyet with the tackle. That was Steve Krzyznik again with the carry.
Look at it again. He kind of got a slow start on the play. Just didn't get around. The blockers went out to the right, cut back into the inside, and no chance to advance on the play.
So it'll be third down, play 3, second half. Snyder with the football. He gives it to his running back, and he breaks away, and he almost broke it in for the touchdown. Down to about the 10-yard line. Jose Vega again with the tackle. On the carry, number 8, that was Justin Bennett. And that's a first down.
It's a first down, and they did it with their inside running game. They go off tackle to the left and move back right up into the middle of the field. A lot of teams have been going out wide and spreading the defense. This time they spread them wide, came back into the middle as they're getting instructions out there now by their quarterback, making sure that they have the right call.
He almost broke through there for a touchdown. He almost split the seam. Snyder with the football, and it's a fumble. Play's blown dead.
As Chris said, the play is blown dead. Once that ball is down in the P.A.L. League, if there's a fumble, the ball is dead. From that position, the teams will jump again, and they're ready. They're not going to play in the huddle. They're ready to go. The formation to the right side.
Here's Snyder rolling right, fires, caught, and the pass, that's the reception. That was Brian Ash with the reception.
Jose, watch Mark. Passing game for the Steelers. They've had a couple running plays in a row. They start out at a run. The formation, or everybody goes strong to the right, and they just put an underneath pass to Brian Ash, number 12, who has been going down the field deep, but Eric Staggs came across on the play and stopped him.
There you saw there's a flag down. It's a legal procedure against the offense. Snyder a little frustrated out there. Crystal Lane back in the game at running back.
Chris, we have the results of the pass, punt, and kick contest as Dan Mason makes the call. Winner was Chris Whirling with 104 points. The runner-up, Brian Ash, who's in this ball game. And a timeout called on the field by the Steelers. Third place was Andy Lane and Travis Bennett in fourth place with 48 points. So congratulations to Chris Whirling, the winner of the punt, pass, and kick competition here in the P.A.L. League in the championships of the Super Bowl for Clark Recreation.
That is the Steelers' second time out. They want to talk it over. They got a nice drive going here. They want to make sure about what they're doing. They have a third down and about 16 yards to go to get into the end zone. Snyder's 4-5 tonight for 28 yards. As we said earlier, in fact, at the beginning of the night, it's going to be very difficult to pass the football tonight. Vega is also 4 of 5 for 37 yards. So only 10 pass attempts in this ball game. Here's Snyder with the football. A lot of time, a lot of running room to the left. Breaking it to the left sideline, breaks it back inside, still going. And he's down to the 10-yard line. Julio Quinones saved the touchdown. Let's watch it again. Snyder rolled right. Had nothing there, brought it back to the left, and he had a lot of running room, one block, and he would have had it in the end zone. Back to live action. There's the going for all of it in the end zone, and it's overthrown.
Well, he has quite an arm. He let go of that ball. It was almost out there at John Nagy Boulevard down here at Brookside Park. Really let go with that football. So with that, the change of possessions will take place. The Steelers unable to kick it into the end zone, so it'll be first down coming up the other way for the Giants. No, it is a first down. No, it's going the other way. I don't know what the Steeler was doing out there. He's playing games with us, Chris. He was over that ball, but the Giants do have the ball. I was right the first time.
Giants get it back on down. 6-6 tie here in the third quarter. Here's Vega with the football. Seemed a little confused there. Didn't know what he was doing. And that was a busted play because he was waiting for one of the running backs to hand it off to, and there was nobody there to give the ball to. So it'll be second down for the Giants. They still have Radovanek at wide receiver along with Chris Smith and Jose Coley at the running back. You got to believe the way this game is going that a turnover is going to turn it around for one of these ball clubs with the wind kicking up and the temperature dropping. Here's Vega with the football, running up the middle, and he's brought down right away. He might have lost a couple, Brian.
I think so. They went out and getting plays from the coach on the sideline, but their inside game, the Steelers have been successful running the inside, but Vega's had trouble running the inside for the Giants.
Steve Krzyznik with the tackle. So they have a third down. They're deep in their own territory. They'd like to get out of here, at least get a couple of first downs. Vega coming in with the play. He's got a wing back to the left. He flips it to him. Running around right end, and he's brought down after about a 4-yard pickup. A little extracurricular activity over there.
Well, he has his hand on the flag. It seemed like he couldn't get it off. He probably had part of the belt buckle also as he's twirling and twisting over in the sideline. The official right there with the action. Officials on this play. And maybe we get a chance to see it again, Chris, to the sideline. It's just a Vega hands off to the quick back going out to the right side, trying to get around here. Now we can see reaching for the flag, and you can see the little extra tug in there, but play is stopped. They'll have to come up with another down, and it is fourth down.
Punting. Punting.
They are going to punt the football, or at least attempt to.
All right, at least attempt to. Let's see if he can get this one off. The center and everybody ducked and got out of the way that time, so that ball could get cleared out.
He gets a good bounce. 31-yard punt, pretty good punt under the conditions, and the Steelers would take it over first down at about the 35-yard line. 6-6 tie. Here at Blustery Elder Field. And that is the end of the third quarter with the score. The Steelers 6 and the Giants 6. We're going to keep it right here as we're going to begin the fourth quarter right away. 6-6 tie.
They don't take long between quarters. They just switch the ball around, make sure which team has the ball, gets set, and the referee, Dan Mason, winds it up. There's no clock to wind up. It's the number of plays, but Dan gives it a wind up, and they're ready for action. Let everybody know the play is going to start.
You guys huddle up like if you
Look at the tight formation, Chris.
He's got a wing. He's got Crystal Lane to the right, and he's going to run with it. Snyder takes it up he picks up about 7 yards, close to a first down. Eric Staggs with the tackle. That's his second tackle of the night.
It is a first down. It's right over past that line, so they give us a signal. It's another first down. It's a tight formation. The Steelers are coming out immediately, moving with that football.
Odd formation. He's got two blockers in front of him.
1.
Here we go, around left Danny. Has some running room. Picks up about 6 yards on the pickup. Jose Vega knocked him out of bounds.
The last 2 plays have been the inside formation, as you can see, with all 7 people right here, and definitely running plays. Got a first down the last play. This time they moved up some good yards. Again, the same formation.
Have Crystal Lane in the backfield. They give it to her. She's coming around left end. She's got a couple blockers, and she's knocked out of bounds after about a 4-yard pickup. So it'll be third down and about 7 yards to go for a first down. Brian Radovanek knocked her out of bounds.
And it's cold. There's somebody enjoying this football game, as all the fans are. Nice turnout here for the second game. This is in the P.A.L League. We had a Senior League Championship in the first game. A good crowd down here on a blistery night at Brookside Field here at Elder Field.
And that's a fumble. Brian, I think you're starting to see now that the cold it's becoming a factor in this football game. In fact, I can barely talk right now.
We can feel it up here, as you can hear the wind going through the mics. But it'll be a 5-yard penalty. That's a dead ball penalty. And with that, it's going to be a timeout for the Steelers, team on the offense. When they come back to play, it'll be third down. Steelers moving that football now. The yardage are picking up. Snyder has 4 carries for 27 yards and 2 carries for Bennett for 5. Lane has 3 carries for 5 yards. Snyder passing 4 out of 6, but they've been moving that ball up the field pretty much on this series with their running plays.
Everybody, when you first hike the ball, hold your position and then go.
Key to this game, the fourth quarter is going to be time of possession and taking care of the football. You cannot turn the ball over, especially deep in your own territory. And the Steelers with a nice little drive right here. Call the timeout. They want to talk about it. They need about 14 yards for a first down. It'll be third down and long. Snyder in the shotgun. He has a slot on the left, wing back, and the receiver out to the left about 8 yards. Snyder with the football. Rolls right. He's still rolling with it. He throws long. He's got a man open. Hit the football. Down to about the 4-yard line. Brian Ash with the reception. And Brian Radovanek saved the touchdown.
Mark Snyder, the quarterback, went back on the play. They needed a third down and 14 yards for a first down, and he was in trouble deep in the backfield. He rolled out to the right, moved to the left, came back to the right side, and the far man, the wide wing out, number 12, Brian Ash, will be on the receiving end. And here we can see Snyder to the left, coming back to the right. We thought maybe he was going to get flagged in here, but he let go with a long pass down the field. Ash is there. It's a completion, a first down for the Steelers.
27-yard pickup, running left wide, and he's brought down at about the 3-yard line. Julio Quinones with the tackle.
Quinones coming in fast in the inside position, taking it away from the runner. Looked like he was ready to break down into the end zone, but Quinones coming up with another good tackle. He's had some pretty nice flags, I shouldn't say tackle, pulling the flag out and stops on the Steelers.
Okay, back to live action. That's Snyder's. He's going to try to run it in, and he's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
The Steelers lead it 12-6. They will try for the extra point. Mark Snyder give the Steelers the lead.
Nice drive as they moved all the way up the field with mostly running plays. They had a third down. Snyder completed one to Ash, and they got up close, and with that, the Giants call a timeout out on the field, and there's an injured player down on the field, so the referee, they call the timeout as we get a look at the touchdown bursting into the end zone. It was just a short run. All they needed on the play was 4 yards, and Snyder picked up the 4 yards. He now has 5 carries for 31 yards and completed 5 of 7 for 55 yards via the airways, so he's having a fine game for the Steelers, this young man from the shotgun formation throwing position. Timeout on the field by the Giants. Everybody's okay out there. The coaches have checked on the ball players, and they're now going for their extra point, with the Steelers getting the information in from their coach. Chris, a great drive.
It was a tremendous drive, and if you look at the key reception, the wind actually helped the Steelers because the defensive player misjudged the football and allowed Ash to make the reception and take him down deep. Here we go for the extra point. Snyder in the shotgun. He's going to try to run it in, and he's made it. Touchdown. And if you run it in, it is 2 points. (14-6) Steelers over the Giants. That is the rule in this league. If you run the ball in, it is 2 points. If you pass it in, it is 1 point. The wind's starting to kick up a little more.
Can it kick up any more than it has been?
Here's the kickoff. And the ball may roll into the end zone. Picked up. Bringing it back for the Giants is Jose Vega, and he brings it back to about the 18-yard line. So it'll be first down. Giants going offense.
There's going to be a flag on the play.
Personal,
far side.
personal foul on number 1, blue.
Against the Giants.
Personal foul, number 1, roughing.
So it will be a big one. Unfortunately, the Giants will need all the field position they can have, and they're going to get the 15-yard penalty marked off against them.
Chris Smith, get in there.
Conduct, which put them right back into their own goal line. The Steelers now have to hang on and you go. The Giants have to take some chances and get that offense going. They have to go the complete length of the field. The Steelers have a safety man back about 20 yards. It's Ash back about 20 yards, just playing center field back there all by himself, so that the Giants can't get a long one off.
Giants on offense. Around right in is Jose Vega, and he's brought down after about a 4-yard pickup. Giants have to be very, very careful here, or turnover here, and this ball game's over.
Well, the Steelers had an excellent drive on their offense, and they did it with their running plays until a third down when they needed it, when Snyder connecting to Ash, and then Snyder going over for the touchdown. And the Giants, even though the first 2 quarters, the Giants were very strong here in the second half, the Steelers have been the outstanding team. We can see why they've been undefeated in the P.A.L. League.
Okay, Vega with the fake handoff. He's rolling left, and he picks up about 2 yards. That was going nowhere. Mark Snyder with the tackle. Big third down play here. If they cannot get the first down, they would have to punt it from their own end zone, and the Steelers will be in great shape. Big play, maybe the biggest play of the game for the Giants offensively. Third and long, third and about 14. Vega with the football, looking, a lot of time. Now he's being rushed. He's going to run with it, cuts it back inside, and he's brought down after about a 4-yard pickup. Mark Snyder with the tackle. And I do mean tackle. So it'll be fourth down.
A chance to look at it again, even though it's fourth down, they're about ready for action. And it's the third down play. They needed the big yardage, they just can't get it. And fourth down is now looking at them.
Vega, 12 rushes for 28 yards tonight. And the Giants need a big one right here.
They'll go for it, and they're fourth down. It'll be their last offensive play.
Vega with the football, gets out of pressure, rolls right, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. He fumbled the football.
Depends if he was out of bounds or not.
Wait for the call, Brian.
I believe he was out of bounds. Even if he wasn't, there's going to be a flag on the play. Over into the sideline. I don't know if we can catch it or not, but it's definitely will be against the Steelers, so that'll give the Giants a chance. There's some new life. Remember, they're only down by a touchdown and a couple extra points, so they will get that football. Penalty over into the side.
Big play. Give the Giants new life. They trail 14-6 in this game. They need a touchdown and the extra 2 points.
I believe there's only 2 plays left.
So they got to get a big one here. Rolling right, and he throws. And it looked like pass interference, and they didn't call it. And that's what the receiver is complaining about.
He wanted the call on the play. As he went down, it didn't look like quarterback Vega was going to get it off, but he threw it down the field, and with that, the receiver down on the field is still down there, so the official was going to call a timeout. It seemed like as he went down, he hurt the left knee or the leg somewhat on the play, calling over, so the coach and the official will look at it, and the officials call timeout. Dan Mason calls a timeout, tells the Giants to get into their huddle, calls the Steelers back so that their coach can talk with them in the defensive play and make sure everything is all right.
Let's see if we can see that one again. It looked like pass interference. That could have been a big play for the Giants. It would have took him down a little closer. Staggs was complaining that he was interfered with, and he comes up limping.
Eric, you know what to do, bud. All right?
As he's walking back to the huddle.
Eric! Jose!
Well, he's okay as long as he gets the play from his quarterback.
Final play of the game. The Giants are going to have to do it here, or the Steelers will be the Super Bowl champs for 1990.
Steelers on to prevent defense. Everybody back deep, so they throw
Make a
underneath.
He cuts it back outside. He's got some running room, and he's brought down, and that's it. The Steelers are the champions. Mark Snyder saved it, and the Steelers win it by a score of 14-6. Pop Krzyznik does it again.
He does it again, and he did it with an excellent football team. The Steelers can be proud here in the P.A.L League. They got their first touchdown in the first quarter, and it was 6-6 at half. We had an excellent football game here. It was tied at the end of 3 quarters. Then the Steelers got the ball deep in their own end zone and moved it up. There was a penalty that helped them. 2 nice running plays, and then a run to the outside, a short pass, and then the long pass on the play from their quarterback Snyder, who played an excellent football game. So all in all, we had a great 2 halves of football here with the Steelers over the Giants. We had our most valuable player, who in this game won the most valuable player, was Mark Snyder, number 6, who ran for 31 yards on 5 carries, completed 5 of 7 passes for 55 yards. So he had a lot of offense. And he was also, we have him with 12 solo tackles. He had 6 in a row at one time, and he saved some TDs. So he was our most valuable player. Let's go down to Ron Carino and the most valuable player in the P.A.L League, Mark Snyder. Ron?
We're down here with Mark Snyder, tailback and safety man for the Steelers. Mark, you look real good offensively and defensively. What do you like to play better?
Football.
Just playing football. I mean, offense or defense? What's your specialty? Offense? Where are you going to go to school next year?
Metro.
Metro again till the 8th grade. You played a hell of a game, Mark. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, we give you the final statistics here. For the Steelers, they had 56 yards in total offense for rushing. Throwing the ball, Snyder, our most valuable player, had 111 yards total offense. He had 55 passing, and Snyder also ran the ball real well. On the other side of the ball, the Giants, Vega had 13 rushes for 34 yards, 38 yards in total offense on rushing the football, and passing the ball. Vega didn't have a bad game. It was 5 of 7 for 47 yards, and they had 85 yards total passing the football. Brian, I think the key to the whole game was that the pass from Snyder to Brian Ash, the big 27-yarder that took him down close, and that was the key to the whole ball game here in the second half.
Very definitely. The Giants had problems with their kicking game in the first half. Then they had 4 penalties, so they really had some miscues that took them out of the football game, although they only lost 14-6. So in the P.A.L League, we were very happy with the game, the way it went, and I'm sure somebody else is a little bit happier with that, and that has to be Ron Carino, with the head coach of the victorious P.A.L team, the Steelers. Let's go down to Ron on the sideline.
We're here with the winning coach of the Steelers, and I want to take this real slow. It's Lou Krzyznik.
You got it. Absolutely.
Very good. I do a nice job sometimes.
Yes, you do.
Lou, this is what, your 5th or 6th championship?
I think the 5th. This is the 5th now.
But you've been in the game 6 times.
Yes, I have 1 loss.
All right. Gentlemen like you, Lewis, we're really proud to have you in the Cleveland Recreation Program.
Well, I'm proud to be here.
We want to thank you and wish you good luck in the future with another set of kids.
I'll be back next year.
You'll
I
be
hope.
back next year.
I'll
When are you
give
going to hang it
another
up?
shot. Never.
Never. Okay, Lou. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, there you had Pop Krzyznik. He wins his 5th title in 10 years, and his team is the San Francisco 49ers of the P.A.L League. And congratulations to Pops. And Brian, he does it once again. Every year he comes out with a team that's fundamentally sound, and he showed it again here tonight.
Really did. Not only fundamentally sound, but when they had to, they went to that tight formation when they came up the field. They didn't hurry. They just moved along. They knew that one more score would probably do it. Then he opened up, and he had some neat plays where they're all out to the sideline, strong to one side. You can see that the youngsters have worked very hard for Pops, and they must come to practice, work hard at it, because for that age group, they really had a lot of presence out on the football field. So we had an excellent game here in the P.A.L League.